everybody. So my team's going to be setting up, and I'm going to give a little context for what the game is that we made and introduce ourselves. My name's Tyler Roache. When I say your name, please raise your hand for fun. We have William Wu. This is hi, William. We got Killian Toe. We got Nick Petrone. We've got Shen Yan. And then we have Marcelo Shen. And we have a completely unbiased audience. When starting out this project, I really wanted to make an asymmetrical game because I find those super fun and nobody does those. So we were thinking about fun party games we could go with. And we were thinking of Overcooked and how the most fun part of Overcooked is when you have someone that is being completely unhelpful. And when they are just throwing everything they can do to make it worse. So that's what we did. So the running title for this game for a while was called Undercooked. We have 3 heroes trying to escape a cave and a little small boss that does everything in its power to stop them. And then the tables turn, and then the boss becomes mean and starts hitting everybody. But this game is called Wrong Cave. So to give a little... would you like to... Go for it. So to give a little plot, we have our wonderful characters, and it's, of course, Mom's birthday. So naturally, we decide to go find diamonds. Look, I'm just saying, if I saw a cave with the word safe on it, that's a trap. So we go to the other cave, of course. We find a little small mushroom man, but he's small and puntable, so we have to, of course, punt him. And he turns out to be just a little bit bigger than we thought he was. So, this is Wrong Cave. Yeah. Okay, so the way we're going to do this, as Volker has said, we're going to invite 2 audience members to come up and play with us. One of them, you can choose whatever class you want. If you want to play the boss, you can. If you want to play the heroes, you can. But whoever wants to come up, raise your hands, and I'll pick on people with no bias whatsoever. You want to come up? You want to come up? Yes, you. I'm pointing over. Please give him a round of applause. So we took a lot of inspiration from games like Overcooked. So our game is very physics-based. You're going to see a lot of people running around with tools in their hands and raw ore. Oh, whoa. Did you turn that FOV to 100? So you're going to see a lot of people throwing around physics-based objects because we found it's really fun when you can just throw iron ore at people, and it's more fun that way. Everything working all right? We all ready? All right, let's give it a test run. So, as you can see, we're from the perspective of a whoa. So at the moment, the main character just got spored, so it prevents all of their vision, and I'm pretty sure they're trapped, so they can't actually move until they destroy the trap. It's very irritating and prevents crafting. The way this game actually works is you take different tools and you go around to different ore spawning locations, and you try to build up as many materials and supplies as you can before fighting the boss. So for example, you take raw iron ore and make it into iron ingots and turn it into swords, etc. I believe in you. You can do it. So we programmed the little boss to be able to pick up items, which leads to some very funny instances where the boss will just pick up your tool and run away with it. So for example, you just throw the pickaxe at the ore and it just spits out iron, and it's more fun that way. So for example, all of our, oh, I think he's spawned again. He's trapped, and the trap is, there it is, there it is. So you have the transfer of all sorts of different materials throughout different stations, but if you ever actually manage to hit the boss, then he like stuns for a second, and then you can go on and continue crafting. It's just more fun to throw items than it is to put them in normally. We grab the wood. We specifically wanted to design this game to be as frantic as possible. No! Damn! No! We specifically designed this game to be as frantic as humanly possible. We wanted people to be running around and screaming and being really mad at that boss. You fell in the trap. Kenzo put a lot of time into creating the particle system that you're seeing. Whenever you're jumping or hitting anything, you'll have different particle effects that spew out in random directions. We have a crafting system, so you can throw different items into different crafting machines and then get spit out different results. There is little, don't get trapped. He stole it. Historically, Kenzo has played the boss, and he's gotten really good at it. It's terrible. Give me the ore. Where is it? I think you missed there, unfortunately. So, it's perfect. Will, could you do me a favor and hit K so we can show everybody the actual colliders of every object? All of these colliders we had to put in by hand. Oh, you almost got trapped. You scared me. We exported this as a big Blender model, and then Will went in manually and created all of these different box colliders so we could get the physics system to work with it. We're using Canon ES, which is just a physics system that Nick found online, and it's going pretty well. It works very well and uses our needs. Yay, we got a sword! Yay! Hey! No! You're mean. So, we tried to design the player to only have 2 moves. You can pick up items and you can slap people. It's way more fun to just have that. So you can slap the boss, you can slap your friends, you can slap items around. Like see, once you slap the boss enough, he gets stunned and then he teleports to a random location. I think we have literally 1 sword. 1 minute to make a sword. You should probably make a bow. It's 2 wood and 2 string in the workbench. You got it. I believe in you. Oh, you put 3 in there. So we created Blender models that have PNGs on them that have the recipes, but it's pretty hard to tell in the heat of moment. The spider webs is right in front of you. There, it's right there. It's right there. 15. Oh no! Where's the trap? There it is. No, no! It's just fun. All right, so now we're actually into the combat stage. So the boss has turned into the big boss, the Mushroom King. Yeah, we'll go. The Mushroom King. The whole goal of the Mushroom King now is to try and destroy the hero's way out, and or kill them, which does definitely happen. He's really big and kind of scary. That was intentional. And so I don't know how things are supposed to work, but we think that bow shooting donuts is way funnier. 1v1 me! One of you go get the sword. There's a sword. Hit him from behind. You're at 1 health. You're at 1 health. He took him out. Now he's got to kill the rest of them. There's a small bug where once you're dead, you still hold the item. No, oh! So our 2 volunteers, thank you so much for coming up. We're gonna go cycle you 2 out and have 2 new volunteers come up as we swap some people around and we show the boss's perspective. Is there anybody else who'd like to come play this? Sure, get up there. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Out of the map. Don't throw items out of the map. We didn't plan a fix for that yet. So when you spawn in, you can give yourself a different name. We just made it for fun. So then we can have people like Billy Willy. All right, we all ready? Go. So, a really cool part about the process for this game is actually this game is all in WebGL. So all of this game was made in TypeScript, which was very fun because I don't know TypeScript. So at the moment, if you go to CSE 125 to colon 2345, you can actually play this right now. It works on mobile, which is fun. It's so at the moment now he just spored him, which is very fun. And now he's trapped. It's very fun to be the boss and just mess with people. So, you can actually roll the traps down this little hill, which is evil. So, working in TypeScript had its own pretty unique challenges. It made some things very nice and easy. Testing and updating to new files was actually very simple because we would just update it and then just go on the website. And if it worked on the website, we'd be perfect. We'd be chilling. But it also meant the boss is trying to steal the bow as hard as he can. Run away, Kenzo! It made it very simple in some ways, but some things like working with networked players and making sure that when you leave the game you can rejoin with the same connection made things pretty difficult, actually. But overall, I think it was very much worth working in that, just because it's really fun, and you can kind of play with it whenever you want. The game is balanced for 3 heroes and 1 boss, but we didn't put any limits on that. So you can put 100 people in this game and have 100 bosses and 1 hero and watch him try really hard. So, you're just taunting him. We added just a little bit of knockback. We've shown off about it. Yeah. Questions would be great. Oh, teleported. Yeah. So, we've been showing this game off for 10 or so minutes. Is there anybody who has any questions? I'd be happy to answer and talk about it. Yeah. Say that one more time.
So what we used, we actually had Shen make a GLTF parser. So we export a GLTF as a bin and a GLTF file, and then he just like combed through the actual like specification of the GLTF format, and then rendered it to using WebGL, wrote a wrapper class for it, and then we can just pretty easily export from Blender as GLTF. Actually, the map was exported about 10 minutes before this demo. So it's a very, very convenient, efficient process.
This is Nick, by the way. Is there any more questions? Yeah.
Yeah. So the nice thing is we used a physics engine for the majority of like physics-based interactions, which made it a lot easier. It led to some frustrations. We were using Canon ES, and it worked well for the most part. There's a bit of a learning curve to it. It's actually quite a good physics engine, but there's some unintuitive things that just really aren't that well documented. Like if you have a static body with a mass, it'll lead to objects phasing through it slowly over time, which is just a weird bug we ran into that like ate up a couple hours.
Also things like when you have a tri-mesh or like a very specific mesh, it just doesn't work with half of the colliders. So we had to model all of the colliders using boxes and spheres, which was irritating, but it works.
Yeah, we exported a separate collider map. We have two maps or two models in Blender. One of them has all of the collision boxes that we export, and the other one has the actual like mesh that's over top of the map, which has more detail than the collider mesh.
So we've got some fun debug methods. So Kenzo, if I can steal you for the last 30 seconds of this phase, can you hit P and give us an overview of the map? P turns on our spectator mode. So you could actually see the whole entire workings of the map and phase through things. If you could hit K and turn on the different colliders. So that's actually a different map, which is what Nick said.
Yeah. So this is the collider map that you're seeing with the white outlines. Yeah. It's how we do all of our collisions.
Okay, you can go back to the game now.
Wait, you can press B.
Oh yeah.
Press B, and that'll take you to our fancy little debug room.
Press
B. Eh.
Ah.
You're in free cam mode.
Go
Turn it
out of
off.
free cam mode. There. This is our little debug room where we just kind of have all of the items. We use this to
Press K again.
press K one more time.
And one more time.
One more time.
There you go.
Okay. You should press B again because it's the boss battle time.
You should press B.
No one can hit you.
Go be the boss. You're the boss. It's very fun from the boss perspective.
We have another question from the audience.
Yeah, can I have one more question? Sorry,
Yeah, we
I'm
have a
getting
question from the
distracted.
audience. Tanzan wanted to know how you achieve the outline effect on all of the models.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, Will implemented that, but he's currently playing Hero. So when you draw everything, it keeps track of how far away a pixel is from the camera. So for outlines, it keeps track of how far away every pixel is from the camera, and so it just checks for every pixel. Are the surrounding pixels like a lot further away or a lot closer? And that means that there's like an edge there, and so we just turn that black to make it an outline.
The game is very broken right now. This should not be happening.
Questions?
Yeah,
question.
any more questions?
Ask anything.
No matter how dumb.
Ask how my vacation went.
How was your vacation?
Oh, it went excellent. I had a lot of fun.
Fantastic. All right.
Hey, hold on.
We had a bug where we were discarding every pixel that had an alpha level of above 1. So what happens is it just became like scattered pixels. On like a flat wall, it would look like just like completely random scattered pixels. At that point, our crafters were not static objects, so they could move. So they would just like shimmer and shake, being nothing but pixels, and it was really weird and difficult to find, but we got it. Sean got it.
The weirdest bug I encountered was one where if I looked at a wall, some of the pixels, basically we weren't checking transparency properly, and so the entire map was scattered pixels. And so imagine like raycasted out from your current position, a bunch of like if it hits a wall, it sets that pixel's color, and so the rays were very distinct, and so it was just pixelated everything. And it was a really cool game aesthetic, except for the fact that it flashed every time you moved the camera, so it would be very unfriendly to epileptics.
So we have different lighting modes. If you could cycle through the L buttons to see green, this is just fun red lighting without the lighting we normally have. This is kind of what it looked like, but less cool.
We can pull up the website. Sorry.
Oh, true.
Go for it. Actually, how much time do we have left? Okay. By the way, we are to be determined studios because it's all undercooked, and we used a B because it's funny. That's what it looked like with the weird bug. It was not very fun working with. Very, very irritating. All right. I think we're out of time. So we're probably going to start to wind down and pack everything up as we prepare for the next group. Is that right? Sweet. Thank you, everybody. Yay.